Hello everyone and welcome back to I Am Technos. In today's video, we will explore EC2 Instance Store volumes covering what they are, how they work, and when you should use them. EC2 Instance Store volumes offer a temporary block level storage that is physically connected to the host machine running your instance. These volumes are best suited for data that changes frequently and doesn't need to be retained after the instance stops, such as caches, buffers, scratch data, and other temporary files. This is why they are often referred as ephemeral storage. The volumes are assigned virtual device names in sequence, typically ranging from ephemeral 0 to ephemeral 23. Because they are directly attached to the host, they offer very low latency, allowing for extremely fast data access than EBS volumes. There is no extra cost for using instance store volumes. They are included in the overall cost of the instance. Not all EC2 instance types support instance store. You need to choose specific instance families such as M5D, C6GD, R6GD, and others that include local storage. Unlike EBS volumes, instance store volumes doesn't support snapshots or backups. As ephemeral storage, instance stores are not replicated or distributed for durability. Data persists only when the EC2 instance is running and remains after a reboot. However, data is lost if the disk fails, the instance stops, hibernates, or terminates. In real time, instance store volumes are great for web servers caching large files temporarily, video rendering apps needing high-speed local storage, big data processing for temporary storage in Hadoop or Spark tasks. However, please remember, if the data is critical, don't use instance store. Now I'll show you a hands-on demo on how to launch an EC2 instance with an instance store volume and use it for temporary storage. First, log into the AWS Management Console and open the EC2 dashboard. So using the search bar. I'm doing this hands-on in Oregon region. Click on Launch Instance. Name your instance as Instance Store Demo. Under Amazon Machine Image, choose Amazon Linux 2, which is under free tier. Now under Instance Type, click on Compare Instance Types and choose a type that supports Instance Store volumes. I'm selecting C1 Medium and then select Instance Type. Please note that this demo will incur charges as C1 Medium is not under free tier. If you don't want to be charged, you can simply follow along without launching the instance. Next, under the key pair section, choose Proceed without a key pair. Leave the network settings as default. Now, under Configure Storage section, click Advanced. You will see an EBS root volume. And below that, instance store volumes labeled something like ephemeral 0. This is a temporary storage that is physically attached to the instance. Yeah, the size and the number of instance store volumes depend on the instance type and size. In our case, C1 Medium provides one instance store volume with 350 GB of instance size. For example, if you switch to, let's say, C1X large, okay, and scroll down to the storage, you will find there are 4 instance store volumes. So for now, stick with C1 Medium. I'm going back to the instance type. Choose C1 Medium. Select that instance type. Okay. And make sure under the instance store volumes, a device name is selected. And click on Launch Instance. Please remember that instance store volumes can only be attached at launch. You cannot add them later. Now scroll down and click on View All Instances to see your new instance in the dashboard. Select the instance and click Connect. And under the instance Connect, click Connect again to open the terminal. Now to list all the volumes, run lsblk. You will see a root volume of 8 GB mounted at /, an instance store volume of around 350 GB mounted at media ephemeral 0. Okay, now let's test the behavior of both volumes. I'm currently in the root volume. Let's create a file there by running touch root volume file.txt. Okay, now when I run ls, I'm seeing the file which we just created. Now move to the instance store volume and create a file there as well. So run cd. The instance store volume path is media ephemeral 0. Okay. Now when I run ls initially, there are no files. Now let's create a file by running touch instance store file.txt. Okay, so run with sudo permissions. So sudo touch instance store file.txt. Okay, now when I run ls, I'm seeing the file we just created. Okay, now let's stop the instance. Go back to the EC2 dashboard, select the instance. Under instance state, click stop instance. So as mentioned earlier, instance store volumes are temporary. Their data is deleted when the instance stops, unlike EBS volumes which retain their data. Wait until the instance status changes to stopped. Now the instance is in stopped state. Select the instance and start it again by clicking on start instance. So let's wait for the instance to be in running state. Now once it's running, reconnect it using the instance connect. So select the instance, click on connect. Under instance connect, click on connect again to open the terminal. Now list the files by running ls. You will see the file we created in the root volume is still there. Now go back to the instance store volumes. So by running cd media ephemeral volume and click enter and run ls, you see, you will notice that the file created earlier is now missing. This confirms that the data in instance store volumes does not persist when the instance is stopped. So summarizing, instance store volumes are temporary and get erased when the instance stops or terminates. Use Amazon EBS for storing any important or long-term data. Instance store volumes are best for temporary data like caches or buffers. Now, as a part of cleanup, go to EC2 dashboard, select the instance, and under instance state, click terminate instance and confirm the action. That's it for today. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and happy learning.